look like. That Graz and India are also very nice Hanseatic cities. So this is just an impression of how it looks today. It's middle of city center. Next. This is an impression about München. It's similar to how to say Gdansk and Gdynia. München is a smaller place, but you see some nice impression. Next. Here you can see plain view to the port of Rostock. And exactly because Rostock has a big port, then this is the reason why we also can tell the story of offshore wind power and what does it mean for us. Some words about Rostock business. Rostock business is the business promotion agency of the city of Rostock. We have 3 shareholders, the port of Rostock, the biggest housing company in Rostock, and the city itself. We are about 12 people. And we, main tasks are, let's say, marketing for the city, acquisition of new companies, and support in expansion of existing companies. Next. Just to give you some figures, for the acquisition of new companies, we visit and organize 26 events, fairs, trade shows. We do every year about 8,900 new contacts. In the expansion, we do per year about 3,000 consulting talks, meetings. And in marketing, we have set all marketing formats for events like business cards, sale, or business TV. Next. As I mentioned, we support also the development of existing branches. So, from that point of view, in 1999, companies who were planning the first offshore wind farm in Germany, Bałtyku, they were approaching us and were asking us if we can support them by, let's say, coordinating their joint activities towards the final solution of final permission of the Bałtyku. So we started, as from 2003, we started to establish network. In that case, 2005, there was the foundation of Offshore Energies Competence Network Rostock, which later on, in 2009, changed into Wind Energy Network Rostock Association. Next. You see about the logos of companies which now are already in this network. Next. And the main activities of this network are wind energy business, wind energy science, and services. Business means that the network is coordinating new market research and establishing new contacts to new networks. So that sense also in Poland. We are having links to, or the network is having links to research and development university in Rostock. The network is dealing with qualification recruiting, and this is basically our business. It's going, let's say, it's working for networks like events and trade shows. Next. Just to give you some highlights, that wind engineers from Rostock regularly organize events for the year. The wind energy evening, the wind energy day, and some regular presentations at the Hannover Fair, which is one of the leading industrial fairs in Germany. Next. A very good highlight of the activities is the creation of a dominated share of offshore wind power at the University of Rostock. It was an intensive work to approach the University of Rostock, to say to them, hey, we are quite in wind competence location, so we would like you to set up a chair for wind power. And university said, we can imagine this, but we need to pay a professorship and to set up a chair, so this costs money. And they said it costs about 1.25 million for 5 years. So if you bring the money, then we can set up a chair. And what we have done is we approached basically big companies, and one of the biggest, Rostock, which is located it's a windmill, wind generator manufacturer. Rostock was finally agreeing to that. It was donating his son to the University of Rostock. So the biggest chair will open its operations, I think, in spring or summer this year. Next, another activity is the topic that the offshore wind industry is looking for completely new profiles of technicians. On land, you can send an electrician or a welder in order to repair some windmills. On offshore, you need an electrician who is able to weld and to climb and to navigate and to swim and to be safe at sea. And this is the profiles that we need. So one of our partners, the AFZ, together with other partners, was the spring of boots. So young technicians are qualified in order to be able to work in wind farms for construction and for services. There was another highlight. The question was, this might be also interesting for you in Poland. The question was, the biggest offshore development is taking place nowadays in the Northern Sea and partly in the Bałtyk Sea, especially in Swedish, Danish, German waters. So the question was if we can locate new companies in the Rostock area, also for the topic that they might supply the big increasing Northern Sea market, which is based on the UK developments, on German developments, and also Dutch developments. And Garatasan, a very quite well-known consulting company in the offshore market, has done a study which finally was telling that comparing with all factors of cost for offshore industry, that means logistics costs, labor costs, infrastructure, and on Mecklenburg expected Rostock can be a competitive business solution for wind turbine producers and suppliers. Next. There was a lot of SMPR, so it has done also a fascination offshore boat exhibition, and so that offshore wind power as a exhibition is brought to the wider audience. Together with energy and Rostock, we are doing Interreg project by the offshore wind energy regions, and one of the let's say activities of this project is exactly this we do right now, that we are working and that we are cooperating in terms of offshore wind power with our partners. what does offshore wind farm mean for the German Baltic Sea coast? You see here a map of planets. Marcin, is everything fine? I forgot to say next. Are you there?
Yes, we are. We are listening to you well.
Okay. And now you have the map with plant farms, yes? Now you show the map with the plant farms?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Could you perhaps put down the volume of your loudspeakers in your computer because they interfere with the microphone?
Okay, yes, I can do that.
A little bit, please. Let's try.
So, better?
Yeah, much better.
Okay. So, you can see here that the wind farm with the green circuit is the first wind farm by the ground, which is now in the water. And there are a lot of wind farms planned in front or north of Rügen Island. So there will be some quite substantial development for wind farms in the Baltic Sea coast, German Baltic Sea coast. Baltic 1 basically is a wind farm close to the 16 kilometer north of the peninsula Friesland-Darß. The water depth is between 16 to 19 meters, and there are 21 windmills of Siemens, 2.3 megawatt, and one transformer station. Next.
Yes.
You can see some impressions from the construction. This is the erecting of the transformer station in September 2010. Next. And you can see here also an impression how does the wind farm look like today. Next. Yeah, now the case of Rostock, what does it mean for us? When you, I learned from Marcin that you are in port forum today. So, once again, the view on the port of Rostock. And just to give you some input, there are two concepts how offshore wind farm, wind energy could influence port development. One side we have the possibility to locate or to export all the goods. I mean, if we have a manufacturer there, we will come shortly to that. And the second big challenge is that some ports are preparing, especially at the Northern Sea, to be a, let's say, erection-related port. This would mean that a lot of space, for heavy load, where all the fundaments, all the towers, and all the generators are located, and to be ready for taking off in the waters. Rostock itself, it has more the story that it's a manufacturing-related port. Next.
Yes.
So, especially we have, in terms of offshore, we have two big companies, which exactly for the quayside location of production came to Rostock. This is the first example. It's EEW, Special Pipe Constructions, which was coming from south of Germany. They always supplied offshore industry, but offshore oil and gas. And now they located in Rostock. That you can see behind the big company hall. You can see the quayside of the Rostock port. So their idea is that they produce big and large pipes up to 7 meters diameter, up to length of 110 meters, up to weight of 1,000 tons. And you can't put these pipes anymore on the boats. So you need to be exactly at the quayside. And as Rostock could offer this location, they were located in Rostock. They are expanding our business, and one message also is that the Rostock location, maybe also Gdańsk location, can be competitive because they have won the competition for the London Array area for foundation structures. So when you think about London Array, how far it is, that there are others, that there are other pipe producers and fundamental structure producers, that this means that you can be able to produce something, in sense, in a Baltic Sea location. Next. Another thing is that Liebherr, an Austrian crane manufacturer, also located in Rostock, exactly at Kesa. And the new thing is that they are expanding and how they produce these offshore cranes, which can be put on ships. These are very, very heavy and very large, so they can put them or can manufacture them in total. And so they can be built and manufactured, or let's say installed on respective instruction or construction vessels. Yeah, this is basically the regional case of Rostock, what offshore wind means for us here in this region. And I hope I could give you some input. Next, you can see the impression of the wind farm Bałtyku 1, the first complete commercial offshore wind farm in Germany. It's funny that it's located in the Baltic Sea. In the Northern Sea, there is no bark wind farm under construction. So actually, the Baltic Sea was winning the phase 1 in terms of offshore wind power in Germany. Next, this is some of my tech data, so in case you would like to get some more, you can ask Marius or Massimo or me about some inputs. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So we have managed to go through this process of using new technologies for remote presentations. So far we have succeeded. But of course, we would be much more glad if we could host you here. So we hope that we will manage this for the next event next year. Yeah,
Marius. Okay, then I wish you good success for the forum, and you also will be able to show the film if it still fits in time. It took a bit some time now. But I wish you all success, say dziękuję, and have a nice day.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, bye.
As you can see, we can succeed with the modern technology, so going further. Still, we have one presentation left, which should be done by Mr. Kuczak from the Polish Academy of Science. I propose to leave the film at the very end of this session, just a kind of relaxation between the coffee break. So right now we'll go through the information about the possible links between the research sector and the industry for the future offshore wind industry development in our region.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My name is Marcin Łuczak. I work for the Institute of Fluid Flow Machinery, Polish Academy of Science, and the Institute is the coordinator of the Maritime Center for Eco Energy and Ecosystem. And I would like to present you the motivation why we set up such center, the mission, who we are, our vision and implementation with a particular focus on the cooperation with the industry. Of course, the backbone for entire offshore wind power activity and business is the implementation of the climate policy, because in Europe they believe that human activity on Earth is contributing to the global warming and the climate change. So to counter-react that process, the renewable energy methods are implemented at the level of at the European European level, at the national level, and the regional level. Of course, these ambitious targets are to be implemented through particular technology. And in Poland, we do not have a technology platform for wind energy or even renewable energy. But in Europe, there is such a platform, which is organization gathering all the main stakeholders, the large industry, the manufacturers, the research institutes, the public bodies, and they together made an effort to develop a roadmap, which is a planning of the development of offshore and onshore wind energy up to 2020. It has been divided into 4 main strands. You can see the planning for the new concepts for the wind turbines. The offshore is treated in a special manner, and a special strand is devoted for the offshore energy, the grid integration, and also the resource assessment. The total budget for the implementation of this roadmap is estimated as for 6 billion euro up to year 2020. And in fact, if we look into the process which is planned, we can see that first there is a research part to develop a concept for the technology, then there is a prototype testing before the final market uptake of a new technology, which can make the production of wind energy more competitive in comparison or regarding the traditional energy. What is important here that together with the Polish Ministry of Science and Polish Ministry of Economy, there is an influence on the topics which are proposed here, because this is partly the public money, which is also possible that we can benefit from. So if we are successful with promoting a particular topic, we can also successfully apply for this funding. That's the reason for our mission, that as a center for this eco-energy and ecosystems, we'd like to invite industry for cooperation. Because it might be a trivial statement that interaction between research, technology and the market should be implemented. I believe there is still plenty of opportunities to be explored within that field. And how it can be done is through setting up high-quality research projects which will be innovation-driven, which will be oriented for solving a particular problems which is faced from industry, from a manufacturer of the components of the wind turbine or support structures. Of course, this knowledge, which is to be transferred from the academia floor to the industrial sector, should come from a strong theoretical background, and that's why we also see a need to set up a large Polish research infrastructure in form of the offshore platform for a measurement. Okay, the mission is quite challenging, so who is going to implement that? And the consortium is an integration of 6 research centers, or 5 research centers, and the Pomeranian Special Economy Zone. We are all located in 3 cities. We bring to the consortium different experience and different knowledge and different capacities. And we are looking into satisfying the energy demand or the wind energy production, but with a strong respect towards the environment protection. We also look into different than wind energy production technologies like wave and ocean, and also on the coastal zone for the biomass, to which I will refer a little bit later. Okay, I stated about the competences, and if you see the problem or the offshore wind turbine is a very complex and multidisciplinary, interdisciplinary structure. So no single partner has the competences or knowledge which is enough to analyze and design and solve problems related to the offshore wind turbine. In fact, something like an offshore wind turbine does not exist. Today, what is being installed on the offshore farms is just a regular on-land wind turbine with some extra desalination and dehydration system, and that's it. We believe that not only the machine, the structure, but the surrounding and the environment, also the installation on the seabed is important. So our partners are Institute of Oceanology, dealing with the environmental aspect, Maritime Institute from Gdańsk, dealing with the seabed investigation, Ship Design and Research Center, with the experience for the offshore structure, Institute of Fluid Flow Machinery for the aerodynamics and hydrodynamics problem, also Gdańsk University, and what is very important when we speak about the industry and academia cooperation is the economic aspect of this problem. Our approach to solving the problem is multi-criteria, because if you look at the particular example of the support structure, it can satisfy all the engineering requirements, but it might happen that due to the installation, it's not economically feasible to select this type of solution you are looking for. Okay, so the installation and for the support structure is also important. As I stated, we are looking not only for the wind, but also for the ocean current and wave energy converters. And for this development, or for this research and cooperation, we are looking into a kind of a measurement platform, because these 30-something applications for the offshore wind farms on the Polish maritime area, probably the first installation which is to be done by the investor is to set up a measurement mast, because the banking and the loan will require 2-year measurement. What we can offer as a research partner is that within a research project which is being funded from a public money, such a measurement mast or a platform can be equipped with some more sophisticated and research-oriented devices, which can be then, the results from this measurement can constitute an added value to the reports which are necessary for the proceeding of the formal aspect. As a complementary to the part which we plan on sea, is also the setting up the laboratories which are on land to investigate some engineering problems related to substructures of the wind turbine. And as I stated earlier, we are not only focused on the, except the main focus on the offshore wind, we are also, as a complementary activity, looking for the biogas, biorefinery from the harbor waste, or there are already a number of successful stories in our region from private sector companies, and we believe that we can be a part of this process in a model which is a win-win. And why it is so? Because last year Morcego as a center was invited to the Ministry of Economy, and we have signed a declaration of the support from 4 ministries, Ministry of Economy, Science, Transport and Environment. And it can be only a nice piece of paper, but next to it we also obtained an invitation for the next conference at the premises of Ministry of Economy. They told us, please do invite the industrial stakeholders, present to us what program you are interested to run, and we can talk. So if you see the example which was implemented this year for the aerospace technology platform, which received 300 million Polish zloty of support, I think it is worth to sit and talk. Maybe we can set up a similar program also for the offshore wind energy sector as well. We are also running the cooperation, not only locally or at the national level, but at the European level as well. On this side, there are partners from research sector from different countries, Denmark, UK, Netherlands, Belgium, Spain. And also you can see we cooperate with the large blade manufacturer, large gearbox manufacturer, large tower manufacturers here from Poland, the Welding Institute from UK, and 2 partners of Morcego are leading this initiative of cooperation. There are some particular funding schemes and incentives which are offered to both industry and academia. And the eligibility criteria to apply for this funding is that both industrial partner and academia partner have to apply at the same time. And for example, in Eranet Plus, in Martech 2 scheme, it works like an industry defines the problem and is not offered directly any budget from the project, but the academic partner who is to solve this particular problem defined from the industry is being paid from the public money. So the industry benefits of getting free of charge a high quality report on how to solve the problem it defined. Of course, there are a number of more funding schemes at the national and international level. And for example, even today in Copenhagen, Polish Ministry of Science representative is participating to the gathering of Nordic Ministries Council, and they are discussing 8 topics proposed as a potential cooperation in between Poland and Nordic countries, and Morcego presentation is as an example of possible project within the renewable energy area. So if it is a successful discussion, you are so very invited to join, because the conclusion is only one. I believe we can benefit from a cooperation, and we invite you for this. We can help you solve your problems. We can also help you provide funding for solving this problem. So we are not expecting money, we are expecting an openness and willingness for the cooperation, and I would like to thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much. I think the presentation was impressive. It's really good to observe how the relation between the science and the industry is going to change in the future. We should remember offshore wind industry is an innovative industry. We are developing innovations. That means the junction between the industry and the research sector is crucial also to benefit for the business which is running and which is to be developed, because of the structure of the financing of science in Poland and in Europe. There are some resources which might be obtained for innovative development of Polish enterprises. And I was very glad to hear one of the last sentences. Right now, the science is not waiting for the money from the industry, it's just waiting for the ideas and inquiries. And I think this should be really listened to. Okay, thank you very much. We are closer and closer to the coffee break, so I suppose we consumed all the time for the discussion at this session. I hope the next session will be concluded with a wide open discussion. The next session will cover topics concentrated more on the port activities, also with a presentation from our Danish friend. So some real practical experience will be presented. But before the coffee break, as I promised, the short film from Rostock, just to impress you with the way of thinking about developing the region in the context of the offshore wind energy potential.
Experience gives it the edge. Well-known representatives of the sector already appreciate the benefits of this area. Medium-sized companies have become established in the wind power industry as the partners for global players. As the supplier's business sites are very close to the customer, this creates flexibility and reduces logistics costs. Efficient logistics conditions are available at the seaports of Rostock, Sassnitz, Lubmin, Wismar, and Stralsund. They provide an outstanding top-level starting position for companies wishing to set up a business. One renowned services company in this sector has compared the building and logistics costs of various business locations for the wind power industry to construct an offshore wind park. The study gives Mecklenburg-Vorpommern clear competitive advantages in comparison with sites in the North Sea. Invest in Mecklenburg-Vorpommern GmbH is the partner and consultancy for expanding companies. A kind of one-stop agency acting on behalf of the state government. Specific technologies call for qualified and experienced members of staff. Universities of applied sciences and other universities provide practical academic training through technical faculties and specifically through the endowed Wind Energy Technology University Department. Scientists and future engineers are working at the Fraunhofer Institute in Rostock, and they're handling complete research projects on behalf of the industry. Academic work, creativity, and experience within companies create innovative ideas and products. Storing this green energy is the main challenge for the future, and work has already started on this problem in Mecklenburg-Vorpommern in the form of a pilot project called RH2. A complete network links all the expertise and turns complex challenges into success stories for all those involved. So please choose Mecklenburg-Vorpommern. Dock here. Welcome aboard.
Okay, thank you very much. That was all for that session. I hope you enjoyed the film. I hope all of you are thinking right now, when are we going to see that kind of film from the Pomeranian region?